Hey YouTubers, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician, and today we're going to be going back into the Amazon tool deals and checking out a few items that I've found for this week. These are going to be items that are either on sale, tools that even at their full price or list price I believe to be good deals, or tools I find interesting and would like your guys' input on if you guys have used them. So first up is a very generic item from Yui. I don't know. Many different brands that you've never heard of are selling these exact same headlamps online. They're very popular due to the hands-free use to turn them on and off. While I was looking at rechargeable headlamps, I'm gathering all my camping supplies. Me and the family are going to start camping quite a bit here soon, and I'm just trying to get all of my supplies together, and I have a couple of good quality headlamps, but I wanted something that we could wear around and not necessarily worry about. These are $29 for a 3-pack, and you'll see all sorts of combo deals on Amazon with these style of headlamps. I like them because they're pretty lightweight, they're very thin. You do have that motion sensor so you can turn them on and off. You have the main headband for like 230 degrees from that main one, and then you also have a side light for a more direct light or a more direct beam, different levels and color options. They are rechargeable. It includes little clips to put them on a hard hat. Not worried about that. I'm not going to be walking around with a hard hat on, but it is there if you do wear a hard hat. Now, I will keep you guys updated as far as the quality and how these things do. I'm not expecting a whole lot, but I think they could be a really good item. I know a lot of people who have used not necessarily this brand, but this same headlamp and had very good experiences with them, so I figured I'd try them out. I'll just show you some of the images included on here. Motion sensing function, 230 degrees, 350 lumens, 300 foot for the more direct light, 5 working modes, high, low, flash, and then your floodlight, you have a high and a low as well. Maybe it was the other brand that I was looking at that had, you had an option between red and green on the side light as well, or the XPE light. They are IPX4 waterproof and quite light. So very affordable for rechargeable headlamps. Like I said, there are many on Amazon. I'm sure if we just scroll down, you'll find this sold by many others. But this is the one that I went with. So as soon as I actually get them out and start using them, besides just sitting here and playing with it, when I actually get out and use it, I will keep you guys updated over time how it does. But here you can just see a few options, and the price ranges all over the place. That is the first item up on today's list with 4.4 stars at 303 ratings. You can also get a $5 coupon off on this one as well. Next up is the Milwaukee Original Gen 1 Cordless 3/8 ratchet with 35 foot-pounds at 250 RPMs. I have the Gen 2 version of this, and it has been fantastic. This Gen 1 is going to be more compact. It's not quite as powerful, but I don't necessarily use this thing for its power. I use it for tight spaces and not having to constantly ratchet. So while these will be found, or you could, back when the Gen 2 came out, these you could find around $75. Fantastic deal. I think normally when they weren't on sale, they were selling for $100, and now you can get them as a free gift with a lot of purchases. But I personally have not seen these go on sale for the $75 price range in a long time. It's either over $100 or I see it as a free gift. So if you are in search of other tools, maybe you could possibly get this tool for free. But I think as far as pricing, without having to purchase anything else, I think $83 is a fantastic price. The typical price here is $90, so a little bit of savings there. And even though this isn't quite as powerful as the Gen 2, it is more compact, which is what a lot of people actually preferred about this one. And it's still a very good cordless ratchet. There's not a whole lot of other information I can give on it. It literally states 35 foot-pounds, 250 RPM. It has a variable speed trigger. It's reversible. It's the M12 lineup. And here's just a little bit more information on it if you guys would like to pause and read that. But also keep in mind, all of these items that we go over will have their own dedicated link down in the description for you guys. And then I'll have 2 additional links that says tools and tools continued. And those links are going to take you to a long list of other tools that I suggest, or other tools that I've went over in Amazon videos in the past. So lots of tools there available for you guys. Next up is actually another Milwaukee product. This is their 5-piece torque lock locking pliers set. There you can see the model number. This does have 4.7 stars at 143 ratings and is just under 60. We'll just call it $60. I have the two or three piece set of these, and while I bought these, I had some from Harbor Freight. Weren't great. This was years ago. They were not great, and I didn't want to spend a whole lot on some locking pliers. At the time, I wasn't finding myself using them all that often. Now I find myself using them quite often, and I almost purchased some better quality ones. But honestly, these have performed very well. I haven't had any issues with the teeth alignment or the jaw alignment, or I like the release mechanism on it. It's smooth, and the screw and performs very well. You can easily put a screwdriver in the end there to snug it up if necessary. But overall, these actually surprised me because at the time I think I picked the 2 or 3 piece setup for something like $25, and it's been fantastic. I know I at least have this 6-inch torque lock long nose set here, as well as it is the 3-piece set. I have the 5 and the 7-inch. I don't have the 10-inch curved jaw, but I do have the 5 and 7. I don't find myself using a straight jaw all that often, and while the 10-inch could have probably came in handy quite a few times, I'm extremely happy with these. Like I stated, I haven't had any issues with them. They've performed very well. I actually like the through hole and kind of the design that they went with at the back end of these locking pliers. I think it works very well. I feel like it's more comfortable sometimes than turning on a knurled end. But if you guys have used these, please let me know your guys' thoughts. There you can see it kind of being used for that through hole purpose. Overall, I think it's a fantastic deal. These aren't on sale, but I still think it's a good price for the 5-piece set. It's literally, maybe $12 or roughly $12 per pair. So not a bad deal at all. And then last up, I've just been thinking about throwing in, I have a lot of people over the last few months asking about extra long double box end wrenches, both for rationing ones and non-rationing ones. So I think for the next few videos, I'm going to slowly be including just different sets that I find, not necessarily, something that I have experience with. I have 3 different long double box end rationing wrenches that I use. I have the Gear Wrench 120 XPs. I have the Easy Red, one of the generations. I know they've changed it like 4 or 5 times. And then I also have the Tecton. All of those I've had very good experiences with, but I know some out there that aren't looking at spending $200 to $400 on a set, and some that are just looking for a standard fixed head, not a ratcheting version as well. So I'm going to be slowly throwing in various quality ranges, price ranges on these styles of wrenches. So this one's from Horseday or Horse-D, I don't know. It is a brand that I've seen quite often. It is known for its cheaper tools. I personally do not have experiences with this, but I think for the price, if you're a weekend warrior DIYer, this is going to be just fine. This is going to allow you to reach some stubborn fasteners. This is going to allow you to get some decent torque on those fasteners while not needing to use a ratcheting. I know a lot of people purposely, you don't want to use a ratcheting wrench for extremely high torque situations. The ratcheting mechanism isn't necessarily made for that, especially when you have over a foot long tool that you're getting some decent torque on. So sometimes it's better to just use that fixed head. And this is going to be a tip from 10 millimeter to 24 millimeter chrome vanadium. It does come in a blow molded case. Like I said, I will include different quality ranges of the same style of wrenches. We'll do ratcheting and non-ratcheting, flex heads, non-flex heads, and all of that. So you may see a variation. All I can really do is show it to you, possibly give you my thoughts as far as what I see. Obviously, some of these images are like computer generated or, photoshopped. So it's kind of hard to see a lot of the details, but, obviously you're not going to get perfection here. The cuts aren't going to be the cleanest. You're going to have a little bit of extra material when you get into cheaper wrenches. They don't necessarily go through the full engineering process to fully clean things up. They get it to where it's going to pass, something that's going to work, especially for weekend warriors, DIYers. And it's just something that you have to take into consideration of how much you're going to use the tool versus what you're willing to pay for the tools. So this comes in a blow molded case. You get a wide selection of different metric, long double box end wrenches, non-ratcheting for this set, and it is going to be dual-sided. Since it's a non-ratcheting, they do have, instead of being non-ratcheting on one side and ratcheting on the other for the same size on both sides, you're getting a different size on each side of the wrench. So once again, a good variation of wrenches here for a very, very cheap price when it comes to tools like this. So once again, take into consideration what you're paying for them, how much you're going to use them, how much you're going to abuse them. And this product has 4.5 stars at 681 ratings. That's it as far as this week's Amazon tool deals. If you guys enjoyed this week's video, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below of your guys' thoughts on some of these tools. Once again, all of these tools will be linked down in the description for you guys. And as always, if you haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.